And welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to be playing some of the Last Kingdom with, yes, King Strategist on hard difficulty. Short campaign will do. So, let's get in there, really. So I'm going to start the timer. Right. Okay, so let's see what we got here. We got a spy, a diplomat, and a bard. So everywhere up here is pretty good, apart from there, so move up there. Because we want everything to be purely Scottish, so get some mines, village council. Why are we losing people? Show me. So anyway, yeah. If you don't know about this time period, this is a dark era. Or Dark Ages, so it's pretty fun. Squalor, so public health bonus. Okay, next place. Right. So no, you're gaining population. You're stagnating. You need hot springs because I say so. Right, now let's look at military recruitment. So the Dark Ages are basically a time where the Vikings went around killing everyone. Yeah. So, knowing that we use two different places to recruit people. Oh, so we can only recruit so much. Okay.
Can I be of service?
Right, so let's use the diplomat.
Course,
ooh.
I must stop.
Oh.
Rip off your head and spit down your
Oh,
neck.
that's a lot. So I did do a playthrough, and it didn't record my voice, sadly enough. So I now know what good and what's bad and what's going to happen.
Leaving the army.
So hopefully the rebels won't cross the border. We just found our commander. Damn. Yeah, sure. You can lead the army. So it's likely enough that we might be using a lot of mercenaries. I say likely. It's not definite. It's just likely to happen. So, can we increase the taxation? Yeah. Okay, can we... Now that would put in a negative. Till we get more health service. So, I do know what's going to happen to air, sadly enough. Though, the Vikings in this time period are not to be underestimated. These guys were known, they were feared for these reasons.
Hiding the troops as orders.
Okay. Oh, first Viking raid. Poor Northumberland, huh? See? Those Viking armies are big.
Aye.
So we're going to have to get rallying as many troops as we can. Take some settlements, take lands, in the name of Scotland. Well, technically Pickland, depending on what you believe, see? This guy is the High King of the Picts. Don't know where the Scottish one is, actually. No, the Scots have not migrated over to this
Leaving the army.
So I think, at this point, the Picts and the Scots were getting along fine, because all the Pictus kings were dead, or should be dead anyway. Yeah, should be. Well, we're starting to get a bit of a formidable host up and running. I mean, like, if we combine the two hosts together, it would be quite formidable.
Leaving the army.
I mean, like, main thing with the Scots in this game, that they're like the Vikings when it comes to attack, but in defense they don't really stand out. But they are a lot
Joining our
cheaper.
forces.
Trust me.
Aye, Lord. Merging armies, sire.
Sons of Air, we need them. We'll probably need to actually.
Yes, Your Majesty. Very good, sire.
No, there's no settlement. Right. Anyway, just recruit more clansmen, hunters. We can recruit stuff down here. So
Aye. Leaving the army.
obviously gonna do
Splitting up the troops. Aye, sire.
Welsh?
Have you something new to trade with us?
What are the Welsh doing
Aye,
here?
my lord.
So we're obviously
On my
going to pick
way.
up
I'll
that.
need a wee rest before heading on, sire.
Never say that again. Never say that again. So, yeah, that's definitely a problem. Viking culture.
Combining the
Yeah,
armies,
that's
sire.
pretty accurate. Viking colonists
Aye.
would come over to
Leaving the
Scotland. It
army.
wasn't as rich as England in that, but it was still
My king.
a good place to
Aye.
raid.
Joining
Get a
our
nice
forces,
fight out.
aye, lord.
So Scotland in this time was pretty much separated between two cultures. You had the
Combining the
Picts,
armies, sire.
and you had the Scots. The Pictish kings died off because the Vikings were targeting them more for some reason. Nobody really knows why. We don't need to be Christian. We're Celtic cult. No, wait, hold on. Warriors hold. Colony I might think about. No. I mean, we'll get some warriors up and running down there.
Splitting up the troops, sire. Aye.
We have all these
Leaving the
spies
army.
moving up. Strange.
Merchant at your service.
Oh, that's just right across from
Aye, my
us.
lord.
No, it is.
Aye.
It's not that much. So,
Aye.
not bad.
Onward.
Steam's still on, I forgot.
March. We've marched our limit.
Nah, I'm not going today. Maybe another time. Right, so what else can we recruit? We can't recruit anything. We're recruiting more Highlanders.
Aye, lord.
So, we're gonna
Aye,
come
sire.
and attack this
Aye.
settlement.
Joining our forces.
Actually, not that one.
At your service.
Problem is, all these
My lord,
Scottish settlements are
Something
really
to
well guarded.
investigate. On my way.
You got these chur war bands.
Leaving the
Not the
army.
best, but they're still quite formidable. Yeah, they are pretty good. So, as you see, we're building up quite an
Aye, lord.
impressive army here.
Merging armies,
You're probably
sire.
going to be wondering where it's going to attack. I need more range units, though.
Aye. Aye.
I mean, like,
Forward.
it's looking
Aye.
pretty formidable.
Joining our forces. Splitting up the troops, sire.
The enemy lays siege, but we...
Merchant at your service. As you say,
Oh
sire.
no. The Vikings are attacking air.
Aye.
An honor, my lord.
We don't have enough men to actually fight them yet.
Aye, my liege.
Aye, lord. Merging armies, sire.
Damn, we got some Celtic nobles in there too. So, berserkers. Yikes. Yeah, this is going to be pretty fun then. Herdermen are the leader of Vikings. These smaller ones, the Ferdereg, they're pretty much just your average Viking raider. Like, they would raid churches and that, so be pretty fun. So let's move
Honor,
out
my lord. Set
down
a watch.
south.
We camp here until morning.
Because let's be honest, we need to march down south before they launch their
Aye,
attack.
noble sire.
That would just lay
In
waste.
your name, sire.
So this
Taking
place
camp
is
here.
doing well. Yeah. Oh, we
Your
do
Highness.
have a little village. That's interesting. There we go. Right.
Honor, my lord.
Hopefully we can get the air before they start properly attacking it. They seem quite intent on sieging it out. Wessex. It's not my problem. It's
My
not my
king.
problem.
We march to
So-
glory.
Thankfully, the Vikings haven't hired everyone they can, so we might stand a good chance. If we can get up on that coast.
By your
Yeah.
will, sire, we shall engage.
Right, so the battle's going to be pretty fun, so I'll see you on the battlefield as we engage the Vikings one-on-one. See you then. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. The first fielding of the Scottish army. It's pretty historically accurate, you know, not like the TV show Vikings.
Bonny lads, it's time to do some fighting. Aye, and maybe a bit of dying too.
God damn it, Mel Gibson. You had to give him that. Okay. So let's gather up our men, because I like organizing my armies. So it looks like we control the good ground. We have the higher ground. Sadly enough, most Scottish units cannot perform shield wall. But to make up for this, they are horrifyingly good on the attack. Sorry, just organizing it. So most of our army is made up of these cheap Highland Celtic warriors even. They're not the best, but they know where to fight. Behind them we'll have these Highland clansmen who properly know what they're doing. Another Celtic warband. We'll put these two at the front because they're mercenaries that can be replaced. And the spearmen can form a second rank behind them. And our king can do that. So you can see here the Vikings have formed up their army. And our reinforcements are decently near. It looks like we don't have complete control over them, so... But you can see though the Vikings do vastly outnumber us. No, not vastly. I mean, like, they got proper experienced troops, and that's pretty worrying. See, these guys can form shoot. But you can see though, the idea is we run in the mercenaries first, let them take the Viking charge, then run in the proper guys. Neither side seems willing to move yet, so I'll send in skirmishers. And I'll get the chiefs of the clans to meet on this hill. You know, so they're giving us time to rally up what men we have, which is pretty nice. So the Vikings did advance, and now they're going to meet us in a little range battle, I see. Sadly enough, the Viking archers are nowhere near as good as Celtic archers. So, in accordance to it, or in accordance to the cavalry, they're going to move up. Which is pretty Viking standard, so... I'm going to release the mercenaries and... Well, I'm just going to order them to advance, you know. Make sure everyone knows what they're doing for the upcoming battle. So the chiefs have met. They're discussing in Scottish, or Pictish even, what to do. The mercenaries are running forward, unsupported. They're gonna tire them out as we just rain arrows into them. So, but we do have some Viking berserkers on our flank, and trust me, they're not pleasant. So our clansmen have engaged them, and our archers are pulling back. So we do have some Viking cavalry. We're going to run in, meet them head on. The chiefs have been engaged by some pesky Viking foot spearmen. Hopefully they don't last that long. Bad micro. So back to the main battle. The main infantry force has engaged. So I'm going to give word to the other elements of it to begin advancing and just really picking off where they can. So the Viking Riddle Riders obviously not going to hold out for long. I'm going to send these guys against them. A few units not engaging. Why not? So the Vikings over here are just getting pulverized. These guys holding out pretty well. They're doing their job, you know, holding the line, buying us time. They're not proper Scots, but we're still letting them fight. The second line entirely absorbed into the fight. The Chiefs are flanking around, doing their thing, fighting hurdlemen.
The enemy general lies dead. We have set the cur to hell.
Very effective, I like.
Our ally lies dead, slain by the enemy.
The chief
we must
is
avenge
dead.
him lest our allies lose heart.
Doesn't really bother me though. He was one of us. He done his job. The mercenaries are holding rank for now. Their objective is just to hold the line, tire out the Viking heavy troops before we move in. That's their job. Come on, guys. Those Vikings didn't get... Come on. Scots may not be renowned horsemen, but we're certainly better than that. So, the Hurdleman Viking... Am I saying it right? I think so. These guys are not being committed into the fight, so they can fight against the Berserker. And you see though, just this massive shield wall. Actually quite enjoyable, you know. If we would be fighting at shield wall. We would be. So some units already shaken in a Viking horde, obviously herd of the clansmen. See here that these guys are shaking. They're tired, they don't want to be here. And the Celtic bowmen just raining death upon any fool. This unit has been broken. It's likely that the mercenary forces will retreat and this part of the Viking force will arrive. Which is quite sad to hear. But they've done their job. The chiefs pulling back from the fights. You know, oh my goodness.
Our general lies slain
Seriously,
upon the battlefield.
Those Vikings, man. I mean, like, I know my guys may not be the best, but come on. So, Baylock Brigands just holding rank. More Vikings arriving. So I'm gonna give orders to my men just to bombard the center line. Some Vikings trickling through here. Don't really like the sound of it. So, considering these guys have lost everything, their cavalry can still be effective. Unit of reinforcements arriving to the field, so they're just gonna run up. Arrows flying in. So we're gonna meet these Vikings head on. Some of them have broken. So this flank is now gonna overrun into Berserky. And these fools. The Brigands done their job. They done their job. The majority of the Scots forces over here, however, have stopped fighting. Attack the Hussars! And now we're fighting the Vikings on a slope. Not the ideal situation, I'll give it that, but reinforcements arriving. The bodyguards are getting torn up. I do need them other places though. So the left flank is just becoming Hailstorm. The Scottish troops arrive in mass just to reinforce the ranks. The Celtic warriors here have routed. and just more and more havoc is coming across the line. Celtic archers are just firing everywhere. Doesn't really matter anymore. Oh my goodness, seriously guys? That many of you? The battle might be over. Viking Redeer getting the jump on me because I was too busy, too distracted at this mess on the left flank. Come on. Come on guys. How did this happen? How? Seriously. How? How? I think it's going to be safe enough to say that we're just going to need to retreat a unit.
Only intervention by the
yeah, that
Almighty
was
Lord
weird.
or a military
I mean, like,
genius
they
can
just
bring us
started to
victory
flee.
from this mess.
Hopefully they re-rally. You know, make the enemy run for a good bit. Still, though, the Vikings have suffered not that many losses. The Celtic nobles will form shield wall here. Those guys, it's to be expected, are not the best. We still have units firing about the place. The enemy are going to capture a significant amount. They're fleeing again. So we're going to rally everyone up. Buy some time. Buy some time for the fleeing troops not to get captured by the Vikings. Pretty heroic of them. These guys, they haven't even gotten to the field yet. It's not looking well. It's not looking well. I don't understand what happened here, though. I mean, we did charge in. I just don't know. I just do not know what happened. Hopefully this volley of arrows should be able to kill some of their cav. Some more of our men regrouping. So hopefully we'll get a few shots off. Oh my goodness, seriously guys. Problem with the Scottish army in this time period, they're not that well disciplined as the Vikings. So if they're in a losing fight, they will actually properly retreat. It's too bad you're giving up your position. I mean, like...
My lord, only half our force remains.
I know,
Pray
because of these
something
idiots.
changes in the course of battle.
Whoever was commanding the center
Seems
deserves
almost
to die. I will find his head and mount it on a spike because of this madness. Thankfully, though, the reinforcements are here. So no need to fear. So we're gonna order this lot of clansmen to meet them. People who are still fighting over here, you just hold out. What remains of the other war bands won't likely come back for a long time. Reinforcements arriving. Thankfully, the center has regained courage to fight and stand. Very few of them actually running out. Quite surprised. You know, that was just weird. They're not really that well disciplined, but Scots are determined fighters, so they will re-rally anyway. You can see, though, these guys are just going to get surrounded. Yeah. Hopefully that doesn't start anything.
Our men have fought long and are becoming tired.
I noticed. So obviously here... Oh, come on, guys. Not this again. Come on, we're winning this fight. The only reason why they killed so many was because... Come on. Hold rank. I think I'm gonna order skirmishers to aim for some of their more lightly armored infantry groups, like these big ones, and dangerous threats, like the berserkers. Ah, good, you guys re-rallied. Right, get back up to the front. See, We're even winning against these Vikings. Come on. Scottish nobles over here just holding their own. Yeah. Thankfully, as long as one man makes it out, it won't be a complete loss. Yeah. More Scots just running in, causing havoc, as Scots do best. And now we have the Vikings on the run. Well, a great portion of them anyway. Just the unstoppable Scottish horde going into action. Still though, we suffered heavy and oh, they're regrouping. Best to rest up for a bit. You know, even if it is only for a brief second, we need to rest up, get back in fighting shape. Have some more war bands. The Berserkers are coming in again. Vikings have re-rallied their strength to a very large amount. I do seriously doubt that most. So I'm gonna order these guys to fire. Yeah, now we start breaking again. We had hope for a second. We had hope for a bit. See what I mean? They may be undisciplined, but they're good fighters. Good fighters.
Ah, fortune spat on us today.
We outnumbered them. We lost twice as more men. I don't know. Vikings are pretty good, okay? They deserve their reputation. So, we gotta decline a ransom.
No! Do not
Sorry, guys. Thankfully, our army can re-rally pretty quickly up here, because we are in home turf. So, you're gonna... no?
Aye, sire.
Yikes. So the Vikings have taken air. It's looking pretty dull and grim, even. Currently rolling in a minus. The Vikings have left air, but I am a bit worried where they are now.
Have you something at your service? They shall not see me, sire.
By the looks of things, the Vikings have split up. Yeah, they left only a very small portion of men there. They may be trying to head up for here. End it one more time before I call it quits. There's the Vikings.
My king.
Right.
Approaching to engage
Without
the enemy,
general,
sire.
we're gonna struggle, so I'm gonna call in immediate troops to reinforce the defenses there.
Lord.
And next time we teach Hamaja a thing or two about fighting Scots.
Yes, my king.
See you then.
On my way.